We're gonna try 3 other luncheon meats against Spam to see if we can tell the difference between tastes. A viewer actually recommended that we do this and I thought it was such a good idea. We're gonna make musubis with them using my musubi mold, and Doug will be the one to give me a blind taste test of all of them. These are the different types of luncheon meat that we got. We're in Oahu right now, so depending on where you are, you might get a different selection of luncheon meats. To keep it consistent, I'm just gonna fry these up plain on a pan and slap them on top of a musubi. Okay, we're gonna start with OFoods luncheon meat. I think this one's a Korean brand. Interesting, so first look, you kind of get this film on top. With Spam, there's more of like a translucent blob. So I'm smelling it. I think it smells better than Spam. Like, it kind of smells like corned beef that's been sauteed in onions and garlic. Just as difficult to take out like Spam. Wow, that was kind of crazy. Oh, wait, it's super juicy compared to Spam. Do you see that? It is messier than Spam. This is way more juices than Spam. It's squishier, closer to that Play-Doh texture than Spam. I feel like thickness does affect flavor a little bit. This one is more firm to cut through. Spam is like cutting through butter. I see a lot more difference in like texture. There's like little white spots and like dark spots and stuff, versus Spam seems to be more homogeneous. Ew. Yeah, this does smell a lot like corned beef. I think this smells better than Spam. We'll see though with flavor. Actually, I'm gonna be extra and I'm gonna wash the pan just so we don't get any cross-contamination. So no one's gonna be like, well, that probably tastes better because you mix the flavor with whatever. Okay, we also washed the cutting board, but not the knife. Oopsies. Okay, we washed the cutting board and the knife. Next, we're gonna try the Tulip brand. This one is also made in Denmark, apparently. Weird. I'm gonna have to look that up later. I noticed that all of these are skinnier than Spam. This one's not as fragrant as the OFoods brand. I feel like it's not as fragrant as Spam. I'm sure it's good though. Get out. It's like when you're constipated, this is what it feels like. Get out! This one's like harder to take out than Spam. More firm than the OFoods one. They feel kind of the same actually. This one is softer to cut though compared to the OFoods luncheon meat. Wow, that one's crooked. Oh my God, this is why I have a luncheon meat cutter. Same thing like the OFoods one. There's a bunch of little fat blobs and different textures and colors. This one has like more holes, so I feel like it's not as compact. Anyway, let's fry these up. Okay, this next one is Bryan. I don't know if this one is Denmark too, but it doesn't say anything. Oh, this one is definitely not the prettiest. I mean, I'm sure they're not all like this, or maybe they are. Hey, at least it's the easiest to take out. But this one is the softest for sure out of all of them. It's the squishiest. Texture-wise, I would say it's probably just as firm as the OFoods one. And then this one has bigger white bits. Like this one is the lightest color out of the other 2 luncheon meats. It also does feel like it'll fall apart a bit faster, but I guess we'll see once we start cooking it. Okay, I feel like this one, it took a lot longer for it to brown, and even then, I don't think it browned as well as the other 2. Okay, this pops. Nope, I don't like it. Okay, this one needs no introduction. It's the beloved Spam. Oh man, imagine if this was my first time opening Spam. I'd be like, who snuck another slice in there? I'll give the other ones more grace. Okay, so actually, Spam is the most firm out of all of them. It's definitely like the thickest. Okay, now looking at this, I would say this looks a lot closer to the OFoods one. It's more pale. You see little splotches of white, little splotches of darker bits. There's no holes. Like there's like a little bit right here, but it definitely sticks together a lot better. Okay, let's throw this on a pan. So just from first look, the Bryan is super pale, so it doesn't look that appetizing, but who knows, maybe it will taste better. Also, I noticed that the Bryan one is scraggly and not as smooth. OFoods and the Tulip luncheon meat look very, very similar. The Tulip, the Spam, and the OFoods luncheon meat are all fairly smooth. Now we're gonna put them in musubis. Dougie, are you ready? Where do you go?
I thought you were trying to film me in 5.
Now it's time to make musubis.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
When Doug and I make musubi, I typically like to season our sushi rice with seasonings. So like rice wine vinegar, some salt and sugar. But just to get like a clean taste test, I'm gonna have these all with plain rice. And then later maybe we can try it with seasoned sushi rice. I think it will change the way that they pair up with each other. I'm starting to fall in love with these because they're so fast to make and they're so convenient in a pinch when I don't have cooked rice. I also made sure to get the medium grain or the short grain one. I think those work best with musubi and they'll stick together. Ta-da! Rice in 90 seconds. And of course, we're gonna be using my musubi mold in guava color. You can go to Jeanelleats.com/musubi and grab these. This is a product that we designed to make musubis, but also you can make all sorts of treats because this functions as a cutter. So you can shape and cut things out. We designed it to be multifunctional. Okay, I'm gonna make these ones a bit skinnier because the other luncheon meats are not as thick as Spam. This first one is Spam. And then I dip the my musubi block in some water so the rice doesn't stick to it as much. Press here, and then use these right here for your fingers. Press up, and that's it. Then there, and sealed. This one is Spam. Now this one is the OFoods luncheon meat. The rice will be bigger, but we'll make it work. Look, the rice is a bit bigger. Spam, OFoods. This one is the Tulip luncheon meat. Pull. There we go. And finally, we have the Bryan luncheon meat. Definitely has more texture than all the other ones. Press down, pull up, ta-da. And here is the Bryan luncheon meat. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get Doug involved. He's gonna give me the different musubis in no particular order, and in the end, we can figure out which one tastes the best. So this is how I have them positioned. This one is Tulip, Bryan, Spam, and OFoods. They're so pretty. Look at all the musubi. So far, the two that look the best for me are the Bryan because it's so chonky, and the Spam just because it's like so brown.
I'm ready. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime.
I know, but I have to taste them first. Maybe we should write it on my phone, like the notes. I'll also try to guess which one is the Spam. I think it'll be fairly easy. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's go.
Yeah?
Okay. Oh, okay. This one's very soft, it falls apart. This one tastes a lot like Vienna sausage. I kind of like the flavor of this one. I don't know if this is the Spam though. It's very, very soft. It might be the Bryan one because it was so soft. I don't know, but that one tastes like Vienna sausage, but I just don't think this one's the Spam. I would laugh if that one was the Spam. Oh my God.
Here's the next one.
This one tastes like Spam. I think this one is the Spam. It's definitely more firm than the last one. This one is saltier than the last one. The flavor tastes like Spam, and the texture feels like Spam. Yeah, this one tastes like Spam, the last one tastes like Vienna sausage. This one is soft, kind of like falls apart in my mouth. This one doesn't really stand out to me too much. At least the Spam's like a bit saltier. This one's like a bit tame. I wonder if this is the one that I cut and I was like, doesn't really smell like much, which is I think Tulip. Last one.
Here you go.
This one's really soft too. But I don't know, this one I feel like I could eat more often, the most well-balanced out of all of them. Maybe this one is the OFoods one, but I'm not sure because I'm biased based on like what I saw in the ingredients. Not too salty. I think the flavor is pretty good. I do like the flavor of the Vienna sausage. So I'm gonna rank it. I would say the last one is my favorite. So number 4 is my favorite. Number 1 is my second favorite. And then number 2 is my third. And then the third one's kind of just whatever. Okay, can I open my eyes now? Based on my scientific work.
Based on your scientific work, you guessed everyone correctly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the first one?
OFoods.
The first one was OFoods.
Yeah.
No, I got that one wrong.
Oh.
I would say the last one I thought was OFood. That one tastes like Vienna sausage. I like that one.
I think you said OFood, let's see here. Okay, second one was Spam. That was like very apparent. Like the moment you bit into it, you're like, oh, this is Spam.
Yeah, I've eaten so much Spam.
And then the third one was Tulip. That was the one you liked the least. And then your favorite one was Bryan.
That's crazy. Bryan. Dude, not gonna lie, Bryan, I was looking at it, I was like, this one does not look good. Like, Bryan is the underdog. I really didn't think it was gonna be that good. Packaging wise too, like, It looks pretty basic, yeah. So in ranking of like what I like, this is number 1. This was number 2. Spam ranks number 3. It's a bit salty.
Heresy.
Tulip ranks number 4. It just was kind of like no personality. I don't know how to describe it. It does the job, I guess, but
Oh, you're gonna
now we're gonna
blind me?
do it with Doug. I guess just like rank which one you like the most.
Too salty, that one. That's not bad. Okay, my favorite was number 2. 2, 1, 3, 4.
2, 1, 3, 4. So Tulip ranked last for both of us.
Yeah, that's something we can agree on.
I'm surprised that you didn't like the Bryan as much as I did.
Me too.
I'm gonna try the OFoods. Oh yeah, Vienna sausage, man.
Side by side. Yeah.
This one has more flavor though. Yeah. I take it back. I like the OFoods better.
I convinced you.
Spam's just so salty, but you can't beat nostalgia. Here's the Tulip. I'm gonna give it another shot. It's like you sucked the soul out of the Bryan one.
It's missing a lot. OFoods number 1.
Yeah, OFoods better be number 1 because it was the most expensive. If you want to try another luncheon meat brand, give this one a shot. It's just not as salty as Spam. I really like it, and it's got good flavors. It tastes like Vienna sausage, but like a more firm Vienna sausage. I know there's a bunch of other luncheon meat brands out there, but so far, this one is the winner. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a luncheon meat brand that you like better than Spam, let us know. Maybe we'll give it a try in another video or a short or something. All right, like and subscribe. We have to go and feed the nieces. We're gonna make some more Spam musubi and maybe some chocolate chip cookie bars. I'll talk to you later. Bye.